There is a hard truth I've wrestled with for years, and honestly, it took me a long time to accept it. Sometimes, the people who betray you become part of the story God uses to shape your life. I'm not saying God approves of betrayal. He doesn't. Sin is still sin. People are responsible for the choices they make. But what I've learned is this: God is sovereign, that even when people intend to hurt you, He can still weave it into His purpose. Think about Jesus. He couldn't get to the cross without Judas. Judas chose to betray Him. God didn't force him to do it, but God already knew what Judas would choose, and He accomplished the greatest act of salvation through it. That thought used to bother me. Now, it gives me hope, because it means no betrayal, no lie, and no heartbreak is bigger than God's plan.
Welcome to Built with Grace, the podcast for faith-driven entrepreneurs who want to build a business, pursue their passion, and stay aligned with what matters most. I'm Alani Jen Gimenales, founder of Scale Up VA, and here we talk about faith, family, business, purpose, and building without burnout. If you are ready to grow without losing yourself, you are in the right place.
I know what betrayal feels like. There was a season when people I called friends disappeared the moment life got hard. Instead of standing beside me, they left me to deal with everything on my own. Then the stories started. People were saying I was a scammer. They claimed I bought our family car using their money. They made up stories about me that had absolutely no truth to them. I remember those nights. I would lie in bed staring at the ceiling, asking God why this was happening. I cried myself to sleep more times than I can count. And I kept thinking, why would people do this? Then there were people who worked with us at Scale Up. Some of them had to be let go because of repeated issues that affected the business. That wasn't an easy decision. We had conversations, we gave warnings, we spent time counseling them because I genuinely wanted them to grow. Firing someone was never something I enjoyed doing. But instead of accepting responsibility, some of them chose to write the story. Suddenly, I became the bad guy. They told people I mistreated them. They talked about me as if I was this horrible employer, even though they knew how much we had invested in helping them. And honestly, that hurt. Not because they disagreed with me, but because these were people I had prayed for, people I had tried to help, people I celebrated when they succeeded. If you've ever poured into someone only to have them turn against you, then you probably know what exactly I am talking about. For a long time, I carried that pain. I was angry, I was disappointed, and some days I hated them. Other days, I blamed myself. I kept replaying every conversation in my head. Maybe I should have done this differently. Maybe I should have said that differently. Maybe I wasn't a good enough leader. You know how your mind does that? It keeps replaying the same scenes over and over until you start believing you're the problem. But time has a funny way of giving you perspective. Looking back now, I realized something I couldn't see back then. God wasn't abandoning me. He was protecting me. Those betrayals exposed people I would have continued trusting. Those lies forced me to stop building my identity on other people's opinions. Those painful moments taught me that leadership isn't about making everyone happy. It's about doing what's right, even when you're misunderstood. And maybe the biggest lesson of all, they pushed me closer to God. If none of that had happened, I don't know if I would have learned to depend on Him the way I do today. Sometimes we pray for God to remove difficult people from our lives. Sometimes He answers that prayer by allowing them to reveal who they really are. At the time, it feels like rejection, but later you realize it was protection. That's why Romans 8:28 means so much to me now. It doesn't say everything that happens is good. Betrayal definitely isn't good. Lies aren't good. Being falsely accused isn't good. But God is so good that He can take what was meant to destroy you and use it to strengthen you. Joseph understood that. His brothers sold him to slavery. Years later, he looked them in the eye and said, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Two people, one event, two completely different intentions. That's our God. He doesn't waste pain. He redeems it. So if someone has betrayed you, if people have lied about you, if you've been misunderstood, don't let bitterness become the final chapter of your story. Their actions belong to them. Your response belongs to you. And your future belongs to God. One day you'll look back and you realize what I finally realized. Those people weren't powerful enough to stop God's purpose for your life. If anything, they became part of the road that led you exactly where God wanted you to be. So don't stay stuck asking, why did they do this to me? Instead, start asking, Lord, what are you teaching me through this? Because sometimes your greatest pain becomes the place where you experience God's greatest faithfulness. And maybe that's the hardest pill to swallow. The people who tried to break you ended up becoming part of the story God used to build you. Until next time, and please remember this, people may betray you, misunderstand you, or walk away from you, but no one can cancel what God has already purposed for your life. Grace and peace, and I'll see you in the next episode.